It's because most of the topics, and I don't think this one will take. It'll take long, but I think that if we go through our favorite shoes, it's probably not going to be as long. So the chunk of this one is going to be about the versatility of shoes. Whether what that means to us, what we recommend to others in terms of versatility. This is all about that. And it was submitted to us by Chuck, who posted that in the chat, and it kind of comes up, when we talk to Algis, because Algis doesn't have loafers, and so he's forced to kind of make his shoes versatile, by just wearing it with different things. And yeah, so this is very loose discussion. But what do you guys think about versatility? Like, what do you guys want from versatility? Does that mean like you can wear it in all weather, or is it stylistic? Because I personally see it stylistically.
Yeah, I guess. Well, I mean, we don't have to worry about weather. Like,
exactly.
We don't have.
I was gonna say, yeah. This is gonna be, yeah. We're dividing the population here because Ethan, MJ, and Chris, and that's it. Would probably, and Spencer, would probably, yeah. We don't need like a shoe that will be good for walking a lot, that can handle the elements. We just need a shoe that looks good and is fairly comfortable.
Yeah, because we fucking drive,
this is a big
drive
distinction.
everywhere and it never rains. So
yeah, exactly. And so that's why I always recommend like loafers to people, because I think that they are super versatile. If it's raining outside, just don't go fucking outside, right? Like, you just stay home, dude.
just stay home.
It's not like we're going anywhere.
Because I mean, I think we talked about our shoe collection at some point, maybe, or maybe that was on the stream, or maybe sneakers or something like that.
Yeah.
But I have like lace ups and everything, but I think that a tassel loafer, again, if you're living in LA or a place that has like barely any elements whatsoever, that's like super versatile in terms of style, because I like it with like wide leg pants, right? Like, like you're gonna subvert the 30s vibe, because people didn't really wear tassel loafers a lot in like the 30s, because many people either wore lace ups, and then you can just lean into it with like slim pants to do like like an Ivy thing. So to me, it's completely versatile, especially in like Shell Cordovan, because we were talking about in the chat, like Shell Cordovan's super dark. You could get away with it for formal events. You could maybe wear it with like a black suit if you just in a pinch, but with a navy suit, conservative tie, boom, corporate, right? Or if you were wearing it, yeah, boom, those are dynamite. Or if with everything else, like I wear mine with jeans, I wear mine with my like Uniqlo easy pants, I wear my tassel loafers all the time. It's completely versatile, works with any look that I want to do, and that's how I do it. And Spencer, we'll get through all the LA guys before the other guys take over the whole stream, because they're gonna be like, well, what about boots and slipping and fucking whatever.
No.
But Spencer, what's the versatile shoe to you?
So right now, my most worn shoe is my Alden tassel loafer, because I use it as a house slipper essentially. So they are like
flex.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I got them on eBay for less than $100, so it's not like, they are Aldens, but it's like I didn't spend a whole lot of money on them, so I don't care if they get slightly gross or scuffed up because of constant no sock wear. But yeah, they're like very easy to slip on and off, because I think they're slightly large, especially without socks. So yeah, that's what I wear most of the time. My other most worn pair of shoes...
this is about versatility, not the most
versatility?
Worn pair of shoes.
Okay,
yeah,
I mean,
what does that mean?
I mean, yeah, for me, it would absolutely be just like wearing it like something I could wear with everything. Not everything, but like, something that... Well, it's not something that I could wear with everything. It's something that could kind of mixed up into the different, I guess, like quote-unquote facets of my style, or like stuff that I can like mix and match to get the vibes that I'm looking for. So yeah, I tend to do loafers with that a lot, because it's like, I mean, one, as I said, it's very easy to, they're just very easy to wear, but also they kind of go like, I have a very like, you could call it an Americana look. It's like a lot of it's a mix of like workwear and like military surplus and like Ivy, 50s casual stuff. And loafers look good with all of that. So there you go.
Yeah, I think that's That's my whole thing with it. Like, they just look so easy, right? They just work with everything, and that's what I want from a versatile shoe. Like, it's always gonna be aesthetic driven. No matter if I'm going to go with rugged outfits, if I'm going to go with sartorial, it's got to go with that outfit. MJ, I know that you're kind of a recent
just
person.
got a follow on Twitch. Thank you, David.
Thank you, David.
Thank you. What was I saying? MJ, what are your thoughts on versatility? Like, because before, I guess, because MJ, you only have like one pair of loafers now, right? And the thing is, so if I give some more context to this whole topic, Chuck also said, like, we could also discuss how a lot of people say like white sneakers are like super versatile, like a common project. But I think it depends on person to person, some people also recommend like a derby or like a chukka boot, which we talked about last stream. But I don't really think that that's particularly true, especially like kind of like advanced style, like later on. But anyway, so that kind of helps categorize.
I would say that if I did have like a nice pair of PTBs, those might get worn on the same level as like my as my like loafers.
Right. Okay. That makes sense.
The versatility it does, as far as like choosing stuff to buy, you mean, or like what to look for?
Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of like what does what does like a versatile shoe mean to you, and like and what is it?
I don't know, other than the white sneaker and
so I guess yeah.
I mean, being able to wear the same shoe for multiple outfits is where did this come from? Is good, I mean,
yeah.
Especially if you're able to find something that you really like the loafers, being able to wear it more. That's only a positive. I don't see a reason not to, because people if you that are looking for like something really specific, but you only end up wearing it, for one occasion. It's like, I mean, that's fine, but you're not getting your bang for your buck.
That makes sense. Well, I think I'm sure we'll get some more. We'll discuss more, but let's go with H. Wilbur. What do you think is a versatile shoe? Like, what does that mean to you?
It's not versatile unless it has a rubber sole.
Okay.
Well, it's a hot take, but it's also the two things that I think Ethan even indicated that one of his in the chat, right? Living in LA, you don't walk anywhere, so versatility will. I don't know how many miles you can clock in Alden loafers before you have to give in.
I mean, my feet were dying today. I was walking through like the arts district, and I by the time I was walking back to my car, I'm like, I kind of want to take these off.
Yeah, because I think it was just the other week. I was when I was in Nashville. Like, I had brought my Alden tassel loafers as one of the pairs, and I regretted that. It's like I walked a couple of miles on the Vanderbilt campus. It was not great, and like gravel and a couple of things is not great. The loafer has this sort of classic. The great thing about the loafer is that it sort of rejects practicality in that sense. It has this sort of mid-century ease that is not supposed to be put to work, and that's the great thing about the loafer. As part of the Ivy style, it's a leisurely shoe, and to make it anything else is a bit almost like blasphemous in a sense. I think the shoes I was wearing on today's thing are the ones I wear the most. My most versatile shoe are those Tyrolean walking shoes. I have worn those for pretty much everything, from actual hiking to to everyday. And you can walk around a whole day in those. And those are. Do you like those sort of European style walking shoes a lot? It's like there's a reason why Paraboot is all over the place. I like the Hessian ones because they're a little easier to find. But they have this thick rubber sole. You can wear them I've worn them with shorts in the summer. People, you can do that.
Yeah.
It's an interesting look, but those are definitely my most worn shoes, and you can wade through snow, mud when there's no sidewalk, when you have 5 miles to walk. That's versatility in the practical sense, but also in the sense that it can replace. At least now that casual style has gone pretty much up to the hilt, you can wear those type of shoes with a suit
Right.
now. It doesn't really raise too many eyebrows. But yeah, the rubber sole is, I think, is the it's the one that clinches it for me.
I could see that. I think, yeah, I'm sure that if I lived in a place where I did have to walk all the time, I wouldn't be wearing my loafers nearly as much. I've really wanted a pair of shoes like that for a long time. For like a year and a half, maybe 2 years now. I really love that style.
Yeah, me too. But my thing is always going to be like, maybe this is just goes against everything Alder stands for, but it's like it's gotta like have like that aesthetic look, and like for me, like a lace up will never be as versatile stylistically than like a loafer. Like I guess it's like there's just something about like the profile of a lace up that just doesn't work for everything that I want to do. You know, like I don't like wearing lace ups with wide leg pants because I feel like I'm leaning like I feel like it's too easy for people to go like, oh well, you're just cosplaying, even though that will like never happen. In my head, I'm like, see, the subversive thing is to do a low vamp loafer with a wide leg, and because I wear wide legs a lot, it's like that's always going to define my thing. But like we said, like I can't wear that all the time.
Yeah.
I was this is a little off topic, but you know, I wore my Alan Edmonds Graysons to New York 2 years ago, and they were bad. I also think like the first day was bad, and then I wore sneakers that were half size too small, and then that just killed it like the rest of the 5 days of the trip. But I thought that when I bought my Alden tassels fit the best like out of all my like other shoes, like the ultimate. And I, you know, today put them to the test when I walked around like downtown. And I'm like, nope, yeah, I can't imagine doing a full day in New York like this, you know. I don't think we're ever gonna do that much walking in New York again, like, because we did a lot, you know.
Because we were going fucking everywhere.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know, because it's like I'm maybe like the fact that I'm like getting so stir crazy. The next vacation I'm gonna like leave my hotel at like 7 a.m. and not get back until 2 in the morning. But I don't know. I feel like next time we go on a New York trip, it might be a little bit more low key.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Thanks, H. Wilberg. Next we've got Ivan. You know. Tell us what your
popcorn reading.
Tell us what versatility in footwear means to you.
So nowadays I really only use 3 or 4 of my shoes, which is like my brown suede Oxfords when I'm doing like my English country wear looks,
Okay.
and my black Grayson tassels, and my green Weejuns penny loafers. I will occasionally wear my burgundy Oxfords, or maybe even like casual opera pumps, but other than that, I don't really wear any of my other shoes.
That's interesting. So, like, how do you feel about like versatility's sake? Like, do you know, like you got 3 shoes? Do you pick them based on like what outfit you want to do? Is there one that is more stylistically versatile than the others?
Yeah, I mean, I always do the shoes last when I make an outfit. So, and
interesting. Okay, we could talk about that later on.
So it's always like, kind of like I don't want it to contrast my shoes. Like the brown trousers I was wearing like in the fit for today. I wouldn't wear the green loafers with that because it's like too much of a contrast. Sort of like a navy suit and tan shoes. Would never do that. I it's probably because I live in New York, so like a winter boot that's like distinctly winter, I wouldn't. So yeah, I don't even know what I'm saying. Yeah, it's more style over weather.
Yeah, that makes sense. Man, green loafer. That's interesting.
Yeah, I if I had a pair of burgundy penny loafers, I'd wear them every day, every single day, because they're so ivy and they're so like laid back.
Hmm. Well, let's keep the New York thing going. You got some interesting footwear. What is like? Do you consider versatility when you're wearing your
I think,
shoes,
are you
or do you
talking to
make?
Jason? You cut out for a second.
Oh, I did. Oh yeah, I'm talking to Jason.
Oh, okay. I was gonna ask like, wait, who are you talking to?
Me and Jason, we were talking about this before stream, and we both decided sneakers, like
Yeah.
canvas sneakers, are actually the most versatile
They are
because
they are the most versatile.
I could see that.
Everything
Keep
goes with a
going.
white high top chuck. Everything.
Amen. Sneaker gang
Yeah.
represent.
And you know, a shoe to be versatile, I just have to wear it. Like I have to want to wear it. So like I'll wear, like I said, I wear like a white chuck with like anything, and I'll wear like that chunky loafer, you know, that really chunky Ouijin that has like the lug sole,
Yeah.
and that's because it has a rubber sole, right? So it's rubber. So I stand all day
Yes.
at work, and it's so like it needs to be. I can't be wearing, you know, while I would love to wear, you know, like an Alden tassel over, I just can't stand for 8 hours and wear that shoe and then go and do things, right? Because I don't just go home after work, or I don't, you know, I don't go in, you know, sometimes do things before work and all that. So it has to be a shoe that can get me around the city if I'm doing things like, you know, like tomorrow morning I'm going to like this comic book shop down by Union Square to pick up some comics, and like I'm not gonna.
Hey, fucking nerd.
Yeah,
Get the fuck
I'm
out
not
of
Get the
here.
gonna
fuck
wear like
out of
a,
here, man.
I'm not gonna wear a tassel over to go all the way down to Union Square, then to go all the way back up to the store to stand there all day, to then go to the, you know, some whatever afterward. I'm meeting supposed to meet with Dave after I get out of work tomorrow. So like I just it has to be a shoe that I can just move around and wear, and you know, just I don't have to think about. You know,
Right.
like what Ivan said, where he thinks about his shoes last. It's I don't want to have to think about the shoe. Like if I can just I'll throw on whatever I want to wear, and then oh good, hey look, these, you know, the chucks are by the door. I'll put those on. You know, I really don't want to
Interesting.
have to think about the shoe too much. So I just have a bunch of shoes that go well with. I mean, like, you know, obviously I have brown penny loafers or a brown tassel loafer. That's gonna go with everything. But I'm not gonna wear those as much because they're not a rubber sole. I'll wear them like if I'm, you know, just doing something I know I'm only gonna be out for like a couple hours. Yeah, I'll throw the tassel loafers on. But if I'm gonna be out all day, I don't want to wear a shoe that doesn't have a rubber sole.
Here's my question for you.
Yeah,
What do you think of the album Rubber Soul?
I didn't know they made them. So that's what I think.
That's
That's how I
fine.
think of it. I don't even like so. I don't, you know, really even. I don't want to say I don't care about shoes, but like I don't really even like research shoes that much. You know, I've been wearing, you know, like I've been wearing high top chucks, you know, my entire life, and you know I love them, and I think they look so cool against tailoring. And I know they look cool because Real Men Real Style tells me they look awful. So you know,
The
ew,
arbiter of taste, right?
yeah. If they
Arbiter
hate it,
elegantarium.
yeah, if they hate it, then we love it. Yeah, so shoes, when it comes to, I mean, I like sneakers. I wear a lot of sneakers, and you know, I try to make sure I don't wear the same sneakers that like a finance guy wears. So I don't wear like a Stan Smith or a Superstar as much as I would like. But I want to make sure that I don't get associated with those kind of people. You know, if I'm wearing a
Yeah.
suit, if I'm wearing a navy suit, right, and I'm wearing fucking Stan Smith, I'm gonna like shoot myself.
Are there any like guys in the menswear industry that wear like Allbirds or any of those other like tech guy shoes?
I
I
heavily
hate
doubt
Allbirds.
it.
I don't even know what an Albert is.
I do wear an Ultra Boost occasionally, but I won't wear it with a suit. I'll wear it with like jeans.
Okay.
That's one of the most
I
comfortable
like
shoes I've ever worn.
that like concession.
That's
Right
what I've
there.
heard. I've heard Ultra Boosts are super comfortable.
Oh my god, they're so comfortable.
Yeah.
And that's the only reason why I'll concede to it, because I'm like, I put it on and I was like, oh, this is a shoe.
Yeah.
This is so comfortable.
The like the white, like the Yeezys are supposed to be.
Yeezys are really comfortable because they
comfortable
use the
too, yeah.
same, they use the same Ultra Boost thing.
Yeah.
I want like a technical shoe, like the okay. How do you say it? Like Oka One, right? Like those running shoes. I think it's like the Bondi 6 or whatever that are like supposed to be super comfortable, with like the huge sole. I think that would be really cool.
That's interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
True.
Look it
That's-
up. Look it up.
That's my take on shoes.
Thank you.
Well, cool. Thank you. Kyoshi, another commute guy, I guess.
Yeah, so
As you call yourself.
Yeah, that's it.
that's my middle name. So I always consider weather because I hate
Right.
walking through like slush and rain and ice and all that stuff. But probably like so like versatility to me is just like what I wear on the commute. Most days when I leave my house. And probably the most worn and most versatile shoe I've ever bought has been Blundstones.
Blundies, TF.
With the shearling and thin slit liner. So that I probably wear 6 months out of the year, 5 days a week. It's comfortable. I can walk in them forever. I can stand in them forever. They go with mostly everything I own, and I don't care if they get fucked up because they're not too expensive to own. And they've survived last winter very, very nicely. I'm not replacing them. I'm still using them. So for this winter. But outside that, if it was for more tailoring, my last job when I was working in California, I actually did wear tassel loafers, Alden tassel loafers, 8 hours a day. And
Hell yeah, you did.
That was the only shoe I wore. That was it just worked out fine for me. But I think it's just because however my foot is shaped and however that tassel over supports my foot, I was able to wear them. It was probably my favorite shoe. I still wear it every day at work when I change into my suit. So that would probably be my other super versatile shoe. I wear it with pretty much every single kind of suit I have. I wear sport coats when I do that, with jeans. If I'm commuting somewhere in some kind of like junky shoes and then going to be going somewhere where I want to wear nice footwear afterward, I just take mine and wear my tassel loafers out. Usually they go with pretty much all my fits. So,
Hell yeah.
And then like the one thing I do switch up is when I travel. If I know I'm going to be walking around a lot, my first instinct is to bring a pair of sneakers. I have a pair of like Nikes. They're nothing interesting, but they do well when I'm walking for hours at a time or going to museums. So that's also, I think, like a long-term comfort. That is also a part of versatility for me. So I don't really think too hard about does this shoe go with every outfit I pack or anything like that, because I have a pretty set color scheme of my clothes. But I think also people overestimate the amount of shoes they need, and I know I've definitely done that. And you can get away with a very, very tiny, I think, shoe wardrobe if you're just willing to wear your one sneaker, your one dress shoe, your one boot. With everything, you can make it work. So I don't really stress too much about needing and worrying about a shoe going with a lot of things, because I think most shoes do go with most things.
Oh yeah, I agree. I mean, again, like we're on the same page with the tassel loafers, and ever since I got the Alden tassels and full strap pennies and basically ever since I got Alden shoes, they've been all that I'm wearing, and they're almost all loafers, bar the what do you call it? The commando boot, the commando indie boot, whatever amalgamation Cronenberg shoe it is.
Go commando, baby.
But I will say that for again, for me as a guy who is blessed to be able to kind of just wear everything aesthetically as opposed to practically, and for weather, I do have I have quite a few lace ups, and they're done intentionally. They're done intentionally to kind of change it up. Like where I have like my most fancy shoe. Is not super versatile to me for my style because it's kind of got a very elegant last. It's the Armory Jubilee, which is their split toe in like suede. And I wear that whenever I want to be a little bit more corporate, and the reason why is because it's a very classic lace-up shoe. It's very elegant, and it's not a loafer. I don't think anyone really looks at your feet, no matter what job you have, especially in LA. I mean, maybe lawyers or
Well,
something.
what
but...
if? I mean, I know one guy in LA who loves to look at people's feet. Quentin Tarantino.
Don't. Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
This is a
Okay,
call
where are we
out.
going?
And Ethan.
Yeah. And then I have like Alan Edmonds split toes. I have like 50s derbies, which I wrote all about in the derby article. And
I
those
could have
once again,
also
they're
said Jay Leno. Jay Leno is another LA celeb with a foot fetish.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
I knew that.
Why? How did you know that?
I don't remember, but I read a quote in an article. I think it
Spencer's
was
in the foot enthusiast community.
Spencer's on
He knows all
WikiFeed
these
off.
fun
Yeah, on the
facts.
Wiki-
Yeah.
on the WikiFeed for.
He gets off on other
Yeah.
foot fetish people.
Spencer's like, hey Ethan, can you take off your loafers for a second? Just hang on. Take a picture.
He's
He's
It's
always
not
playing
fair.
footsie under the table.
There's some article I read years ago where Jay Leno is quoted as saying that he has a foot fetish, and it's just stuck with me.
That
'cause
would
I
stick
don't-
with me if I found out about it.
Yeah,
Like, I wouldn't forget that too quick.
exactly.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's a
So
Chad
I'll have
move,
to look into
like,
that.
admitting it, instead of like
Mhm.
having people speculate, just say it. you
He's
know?
like, hey, I got a foot fetish. Did you read about it? Did you see it?
As Obama, it's nothing to do with
You hear
today.
about this? You hear about this?
You hear about this? I got a foot fetish.
I got a foot fetish.
I told
Okay,
you
let's
guys.
all do our Jay Leno.
Yeah, I
Let's all
told
go
you
around the
guys
horn.
how I like some we were doing taboo. This was back in high school, and one of it was Jay Leno. I was like, oh, President Obama's gonna do it today, and they're like, who is that? And I'm like,
Oh,
come on, like, and I was like, oh, he's like he's a late night host, and then
Yeah.
they finally got
Right.
it, and they're like, what impression was that? I'm like, come on, like it wasn't like it might be bad, but it's not that bad. Like, come on.
I think
dude.
the issue is did kids know who? I mean, I knew who Jay Leno was. I never watched the Tonight Show, but I knew who he was. But is
Very
was I?
popular with kids.
But was I the
I mean,
exception?
these are like 16-year-olds. I don't know. I mean, maybe
Okay,
presumably
I
they
feel
had
like
watched,
I feel like a 16-year-old. A 16-year-old. I don't know. Well, I don't know if a 16-year-old 10, 15 years ago, whenever Jay Leno was hosting, would know who Jay Leno was.
I mean,
Because
this is,
it's like,
Jay Leno
the
doesn't know
Tonight
who
Show
Jay Leno
now
is.
is like it's all fucking like YouTube videos and like Facebook videos. But it wasn't when Jay was in charge.
The kids born
Go
on
back to the old days.
9/11 are 19 years old.
That's what we're getting at.
that's
Yeah.
it's crazy, man.
Never forget.
It's crazy.
But yeah, good anecdote. Matt,
That'll get a lot of clicks.
what about you and shoe versatility?
I wear two right now. Want to hear them?
Love to hear 'em.
I wear a sum total of 2 shoes at the moment with Quarantino. Speaking of Tarantino, I pretty much alternate between the aforementioned mocks, and then I have a pair of black Hoka sneakers that are comfortable. At first, I was like, when I walk to campus, which is like 25 minutes, like, okay, wear the sneaker, but I can walk that just fine in my mocks and walk around, and it's because it has like a kind of a street sole basically, and I pretty much just wear those two. And if it's like pouring raining, then I have to wear these like rain duck boots I got, but it might just be laziness at the moment. The only other fringe shoe is like a white kind of variant, like this new chunkier white Hoka I just got. That's sort of fun for. I like them against those cowboy cut flare pants. I think that's a nice effect. But yeah, at least for now, because even when I do wear tailoring, I'm just rarely leaving my apartment for it. Like and I'm just being shot here, and no one can see below the end of my tie even, so it really doesn't matter what I wear as far as like on the foot. But yeah, I guess hinting at, the people on the West Coast, like, you might commute as opposed to by car as opposed to just walking around. I mean, I don't know. It's really hard for me to speak to that because I just haven't needed that, like, what I would walk in for a long time because I'm not doing a whole lot of walking. I think it's changing a lot of how we're dealing with this. So, yeah, I find that I only really need my sneakies and my Makis, and that's good enough for me. And the Makis are pretty much serving as loafers because the only loafers I have are like a Thursday boot variant that really just don't fit me, and I shouldn't own them. So I'll eventually replace them with actual penny loafers, but for
Why
now,
don't you sell them?
I should sell them. No one would want them, and I don't want to
sell
deal with all
yourself.
that. I should sell myself, which I'll probably do first at this point. I'll probably just throw them at someone. But yeah, I think loafers would be nice. They're a nice effect. I would love that with that the white stock. Again, that's what I'm approximating with the mock basically. But and I don't wear tailoring on the regular, so that's why I sort of like the sneaker look as well because I'm not fusing those looks as much. But yeah, not too much at the moment. Hopefully, eventually, once things get a little bit easier, I can start experimenting. I haven't really worn my, what do you call it? The Wes Anderson boots. What is that called?
Wallabies.
Wallabies. At some point, I'll wear my wallabies again. I think as we're getting into colder, and then I basically need. I would love. Was it Grantstone that Spencer you
Yeah.
recommended?
That's
I just need one new boot that has a good like rubber like traction sole, like the grippier one, for when we do get some ice.
You know what I like. I have a pair of Chippewas that I've had for years. I recommend them. They weren't that expensive.
Chippewas.
Especially compared to some other like heritage boot brands.
Yeah. Shit. Okay. Wait. So like just at new, or do you find them second?
Oh no, I got them new. They're like heritage collection. But,
Sure.
Chippewa boots. That's what
I'll have to look into that. I probably have like a month before things go to shit, but who knows?
What is the temperature there today? Like how?
Oh, it was bad today. It was like 40s, man, and like overcast.
Mid 40s.
Yeah, it was chilly. This is 40.
This is 40.
This is 40, yeah.
Yeah.
This is us. They should do a sequel of This is
Well-
40 and This is Us together.
Yeah.
I think at the same
is us
time,
at
and they
40.
air them on different networks. Yeah,
Exactly.
I would watch both somehow.
Yes,
yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have to touch back when we're. I mean, it really won't change
Touchdown.
on your guys' end, but like when we East and Midwesterners have to deal with the realities of winter, maybe like a check-in.
We'll
Hey,
do an episode in December, and we'll be like, man, it was like 66 today.
It rained once.
Yeah, it's not gonna rain this winter. We're supposed to have an unusually warm, dry winter. So
I mean, I get it. That's just so weird. Oh my God.
Thanks for the
Uh,
plants.
My computer probably died, and I left
Which
my
is
truck.
like, it's cool because this is like a historic fire season, and we really could have used the rain, but
Yeah, the great coincidence.
I love
Um,
living in the
yeah.
state in
Great
this
coincidence.
time.
The California.
That's what
rain.
they call it. The great coincidence.
It's a good time to be alive.
It's a great time.
Yep.
Great time to be a Boy Scout. Call back.
Yeah.
So, I had a question. So, the more we talk about this, like, do you think that I don't know what exactly the right term is, but I guess okay. So, do you think you guys force versatility, like when you really like the shoe? You're like, you know what, I'm gonna wear this all the time. Because I think I think what maybe Chuck was trying to like say with his thing was that like there isn't really like a one-off, like there isn't really a versatile shoe. It's whatever like you think is versatile, and you'll make it versatile by wearing it. Again, like if you need to have something with rubber soles to protect you from the elements and make sure you don't slip, you'll make you'll make that shoe versatile, and you'll wear that with like a suit because you want to wear a suit that day, but you also know that you need the traction, so you're gonna wear it, or you're gonna walk a bunch, and you know that your Chucks are the best thing, so you're gonna wear that with your suits, and you wear that with your casual because you like it, but also like you're forcing it to be versatile. Do you guys find that to be the case?
Yeah, so like I would say there's definitely outfits where I'm like, this shoe would be the best shoe to wear with this fit, but weather is not cooperating, so I gotta wear this instead. But I've come against that quite a bit, and it always bugs me. But, what are you gonna do? You know, yeah, I'm not gonna wear my nice loafers when it's slushy 3 inches of icy snow outside. Like,
Right.
yes, this suit would look great with real loafers, but me just getting to an Uber involves stepping in a ice cold puddle off the curb. So
Yeah.
no,
With
like,
a
I might as well be like,
I'm wearing Blundstones. So
man, if that's the case, I'm in some my UGG like bean boots just made by UGG. They're like waterproof, shearling lined.
yeah.
I think I
Cold as shit.
repressed your UGG boots. I think I
You
dug
shouldn't
it
have.
deep.
I have I love my UGG boots. I wear them all the time.
Love
in the
my
house. Like,
Uggs. That should be
my-
their
I
slogan.
see them and I go, ugh!
I
I
love
have,
Uggs.
I have
Ugly.
I have the regular booties in gray that I wear around my house all the time. When it's cold. When it's hot in the summer, I'm wearing my Crocs, obviously. Because I
So
don't
it's
like
cold
turn...
in the winter and hot in the summer.
Yeah, because I don't turn the heat on like in my apartment ever.
Right. God, that's annoying though. Like, there's only so much you can put on. You know?
Yeah.
Before you just
But
look
see,
like a caterpillar.
Listen, I prefer to be colder in
listening.
my house than warmer.
I agree.
Because if it's hot and if I've taken everything off and I'm still hot, I'm very upset. Like, you can
I
always
can't even
add
use
more.
space heaters in this apartment.
Yeah, I can
Sucks.
always add more and turn the heat on, you know.
Yeah. That's an angle. The age-old debate.
Yeah. I mean, I can also turn the air on because I have central heating and air conditioning, but
Wow.
I understand some people don't have that luxury.
Get you a man who can do both.
Get you an HVAC that can do both.
Yeah.
Well,
That they should
In fact,
advertise.
you want to
that.
hear versatility? Let me tell you about central air.
This is a highlight for Jason's ad for Central Air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brought to you by Train.
Mm.
no, I love
You
Train.
know,
Code Style and Direction to get 20% off your next installation.
Guys, come on, we're sleeping on the sponsor. Jason will install it wearing his UGG boots.
Of course.
So yeah,
No,
I'm like
nothing
looking at the looking at the chat right here. What Ethan says is a good point. And cities versatility is the one you want to wear the most. That's true. Yeah, I think that's usually how it kind of happens.
What is that?
I think.
Music to my
Is
ears.
that Jason? Is that your,
no,
is
it's
that your
not
kitty?
my cat. It's not.
Whose kitty is that?
Might well be mine.
It's my
Aw.
stomach.
I want to know your
Nice.
cat's name.
Kramer. Where is he?
Oh, Kramer. That's a good
Get
name.
him on stream.
As
There you go.
as I've said many times before, I love cats. So I
Hashtag
always
follow
give,
my cats
you
on
said
always
Instagram.
give them a thumbs up. Yeah.
Mhm.
Thumbs up for cats, everyone.
Thumbs
F's
up
in the
for
chat
cats.
for
Pause
cats.
that. Let's get some pause for cats.
Poggers for cats.
Some poggers for cats.
Last week I was
So he
feeling
says-
stressed out, and so I just lied down on the ground and pet my cat for a while, and felt great afterwards.
Spencer, I really want to see a video of you turning around in your chair and you're holding a cat.
I would love that, but my
Oh,
cat is
Mr.
not
Pickles.
my cat is not a lap cat. She
Damn it.
she like will not sit on your lap. She
My
likes
cats are very black cats.
sometimes she likes when like people that she likes when like me and my dad are like near her, and she likes being pet
Yeah.
for a little bit, but she mostly just likes sitting with people. So
It's
you know.
that's my only criteria when I go to the Humane Society. Is this a lap cat?
Uh-huh.
And I ask
But,
nothing else.
that old Garfield adage rings true. Happiness is a warm cat.
We're getting a lot of wonderful turns of phrase today.
Yeah. So that's cat chat for you.
That's
There you go,
cat talk.
David. Cat chat.
Spencer's cat corner.
Uh-huh.
Chat chat.
Chat.
But yeah, so Jeremy was saying, there's all like I think with shoes, it's always gonna be like a quote better option, but then people pick what their shoe is due to ease and accessibility. But well, yeah, let me ask you guys this then. So how do you guys pick your shoes? Like for
How
your
do you
like
pick?
like
you
is
can
it
pick
is it,
your
like,
friends.
like,
You can
it
pick your
doesn't-
shoes, but you can't pick
can't.
your friends' shoes.
Please
Like,
don't,
is it-
by the way.
Is it like because Ivan said he picks his shoes last. And I know that again, a lot of you guys pick your shoes based on the weather of the day, what you guys got going on, if you're going to be walking a lot versus just chilling. But yeah, how does that factor into your outfit choice? Because obviously, as we know, like shoes can make or break an outfit. Shoes can subvert the vibes of the outfit or play into it. And so yeah, I'm kind of curious because I definitely have like outfits where I'm like, that's a loafer outfit or that's a lace-up outfit.
I think
And
the
more
key
often
is to
than not,
have
it's
only good shoes.
oh yeah, no, but like what happens when you have like choices, right? Because even then, like how do you pick between like like you said, like you need like a good loafer, a good pair of sneakers, and maybe like a boot, right? Like that's what
Yeah.
most people are gonna do. But like how say it's like a fair day out, like how do you pick it? Like what goes on in your mind?
Well, most of my wardrobe goes with like everything. So like it's kind of hard, not to toot my own horn or anything, but
Okay.
I can't make a bad outfit because
Okay.
everything just goes.
That is the most arrogant
Wow.
phrase.
Well,
I've
lucky
never
for you, I've
made
saved all your
a
pictures.
fit
It's
ever.
impossible for me to make a bad outfit.
Because
But
everything
you've designed
goes.
your wardrobe to work together.
Oh yeah, I have,
I like it.
but everything goes.
What are?
well
Do you have
together.
any conflicts with that? Do you have like, oh, I wish I could wear this, but you just cannot let yourself wear it? Or like if you want to buy something, but it's like, oh, that wouldn't work with that. Does it happen a lot?
No, actually, my problem is making outfits because I have so many choices that it's like, what do I want to wear?
Decision fatigue.
Yes.
Mark
You gotta talk to
Zuckerberg over
Obama.
here.
Yeah.
What?
Just reference two people that talked about that.
Obama's famous for his minimalism.
But okay. So okay, wait, what do the rest of you guys think about that? About the like how do you guys approach your footwear choice for an outfit or whatever?
I feel like
I mean, it really depends on what I'm doing for the day. Like,
Mhm.
am I just hopping in an Uber and getting out?
yeah, how much walking am I?
Yeah,
My
like that really
schedule for-
matters. Or am I going to like a street fest, or like I'm outside all day on my feet? Like,
Am I gonna be
I'm not
walking
wearing
here?
loafers. Yeah, like
Well, okay, I guess the answer there is like, do you make the rest of your outfit first, and you're like, okay, now it's just gonna be that.
Yes.
Okay, that's interesting. Okay, that's kind of what I was getting at because
Yeah,
Ivan
fit-
said that he picks
fit
it last.
first. The fit first, like definitely.
Because I mean, because again, for me, it's like I take it all at once. Like if I'm gonna make an outfit, like I do think about like, okay, we're gonna go to a street festival, we're gonna go thrifting, we're gonna do whatever. Like that's gonna kind of play into it. So like, like I'm not the kind of guy who wears like a tie and like a sport coat and trousers and then wears sneakers. Like I mean, I know none of us are gonna like go ahead and do that, but technically, if someone picked their shoes last, technically that could happen, right? But I always do it like holistically. So like again, if we're doing that, like okay, I'm gonna wear sneakers, jeans, like a sweater because I know that goes together. Or if we're gonna do something that's a bit more mensweary or whatever, I'm gonna wear like loafers instead. I don't come up with it last. I have weird rules. I guess not really rules, but like I can't do like a bow tie and a lace up because I feel like that's a little too like
Right.
on the
You gotta play it
nose. Yeah, you have to play it down by wearing a loafer, right? And that's usually, I mean, playing things down is usually how I approach clothing. So it's like I'm almost always wearing some form of loafer.
Well, what do you do
but-
for bow ties when you have to wear it?
Loafers. So
Okay, that's enough.
Even with
Okay.
black tie.
I
You
mean,
got your
yeah, I had
pumps, or what? Your slippers, right?
yeah, but then those are too small. I probably just wear my
Oh.
penny loafers or something because
It works.
White
I'm-
chucks, black tie all day.
that's
All din.
Cowboy boots.
crazy.
That's
I could
that's
actually wear Chelsea
that's
boots,
the
but that's
way
kind of like a
life
whole
I'm
cut
on
thing.
right now.
Yeah. But yeah, what about what about the rest of you guys? I know so Kiyoshi, Spencer, how do you pick your shoe? Like
I mean, as we said, like I don't have to take in like now. I pick my shoe. I don't think that I. Well, I do kind of like pick my shoe last, I guess. And
you like
again,
dance around the whole point. You're like, I don't know.
no, I don't know. I have a cluttered brain. But yeah, it's like as we said before, we don't really have to think much in terms of practicality because most of the walking we do is to and from our car. And we experience no weather, so we're just walking on like asphalt and concrete like 30 feet at a time. So yeah, I don't typically have to like take into account like what am I going to be doing today, especially now where like I don't know, I leave the house maybe twice a week. So yeah, it's just I mostly just think of it in terms of like aesthetic. Obviously, if I am going to be doing something where I know I'm going to be out of the house all day, or if I'm doing something outdoors like a hike or something, then I will take that more into account. But for the most part, I can go purely on aesthetics. I don't know if that means I'm forcing versatility, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think the only thing that, I think for us, the only thing that makes us like have to rethink our shoe choice is just rain. That's probably about it, and that's usually when I'll wear like a lace up. Because if I can stand it, I will definitely just wear a loafer.
Yeah.
Especially now, like like you said, like we're not really walking anywhere. Like before when I worked at like Ascot Chang and I dressed up like 5 days out of the week, I would probably wear loafers like 1 or 2 days, and everything else would be like kind of different because I would try and change it up. But then now that I'm kind of like I don't have to like dress up every day, and I still get to, I decide on pretty much I'm like gonna wear loafers because they're fucking cool, yeah, like looking at all the shoes here, it's the shame I haven't worn some of them, but also like it's just been so hot. I'm not gonna wear like any practicality, right? Lace ups will take up more covering on your foot, so you don't want that. And I don't like going sockless with lace ups, so I don't know if anyone really does that. That's kind of crazy to me, going sockless with a lace up. Your foot.
That's
your feet,
nuts. Are you kidding me?
Crazy.
Get out
Yeah.
of here.
I wear my Alden Unlined Chukkas without socks. But
What about sneakers? Don't they count as lace ups?
I've stopped doing that with sneakers, actually.
Yeah.
Just
I haven't done that as
it was
much
like,
either.
Because like, if the sneakers are like leather lined, it gets too sticky internally inside your shoe. At least it does for me. But apparently, my feet sweat more than I thought they did.
Apparently.
Yeah,
Nice.
It's not impressive.
He
It's
says
not
nice.
something I like to brag about. But
I mean, yeah, I think my feet get pretty. I think my feet swell definitely when I'm like as I go through my day of walking, which might be why the New York trip was like awful to my feet. But when I'm looking at this stuff like and you guys have all talked about your most worn shoes. You kind of peppered it in, so I guess it's not a separate discussion. But yeah, like my most worn shoe, even though I wear it like aesthetically the Tassa loafer, I actually think the most worn shoe are my casual penny loafers from Allen Edmonds that I got like for like $10 at a thrift store. I don't know what they are. I mean, I know what they are. They're the Allen Edmonds Walden. But I don't know what makes them so comfortable. I did put an insole in there because I think they're like a size like 7.5 or an 8, and I'm a 7, so I put like an insole in there, and they're fucking awesome. Like I wish I wore those in New York because I feel like they'd be fine. Like I wore those penny loafers in Japan, and I walked way more there than I did in New York. And sometimes like obviously like after a long day your feet hurt, but they didn't like hurt. I just wish that they were nicer looking because they are kind of like they got a lot of toe spring, or more so than my Aldens. They're obviously more rounded. They have a higher vamp. So I can't really like I don't like wearing them with like full cut trousers because they just have a weird stubby feeling to them, So yeah, I can't wear them. They're not stylistically versatile, but practically versatile. If I just wear them with like jeans, wear them with shorts, wear them with slimmer leg trousers, work pants, pajamas if I have to go do something, like they're perfect. So like that's kind of like my weird thing where I wish like if we're talking about like just comfort long term wise, they're good. Obviously I'm not gonna wear them in rain, but if I wanted to slip something on that I could wear in the rain, because like I said, my Alden Shell Cordovan tanker boot with a rubber commando soles has no speed lacing, so I cannot just slip them on and off whenever I want them to. These if those pennies, were just a little bit better, I think I'd wear them more. But you know, there are a couple times I think where I post in the outfit, like the Patreon outfit channel, where I am wearing those penny loafers. But then when I shoot the outfit, I'm wearing like my Aldens, because I'm like, that's technically what in my head the outfit is. But like when I went to like Best Buy or something, I'm just gonna like throw those ones on. Also, because like they don't really. I just put newspaper in them instead of shoe trees because I don't have a lot of shoe trees. It's easy for me to just kind of pull out the newspaper and just wear them. And then the other shoe I wear a lot is the what?
Oh, I was just gonna say on shoe tree, just a little pro tip. Jose Bank will occasionally do like these crazy like buy one get one sales, and then or maybe they'll throw a coupon on top. I don't know, but every now and then you can find it, and they sell their shoe trees, and they're made by Woodmore. And you can get shoe trees super cheap and stock up on them.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. That's what I did once, and it was a great deal. So the one thing that Joseph Bank is good for is buy one get one. So if you happen to see that sale, stock up on the shoe trees if they still carry them.
See something, say something.
That's true. Facts.
I remember when that was like my birthday.
That's good.
For my birthday.
Happy birthday!
My mom was.
Happy birthday.
Let's all sing happy birthday to Ethan.
Happy birthday to you.
God, this is awful.
Happy birthday to you.
What zombie is telling me happy birthday?
This is like the scary version where the happy birthday is actually
Happy birthday
to you.
Why did we go to Five Nights
Oh,
at
you're
Freddy's?
one.
What did we go
Oh,
Five
two.
God
Sorry,
damn.
You're
purple
three.
guy.
Sock material is good. So David's saying sock material is good for temperature regulation. I mean, yeah, I typically wear, even if it's hot, I still will wear like socks, just for like insulating
You dog.
sweat. Yeah. Jeremy says Allen Edmonds have a decent amount of room in the vamp and a nice round toe, so they are more accommodating to swelling. Oh, that could be it. And some have shanks. I don't know much about the Walden. But yeah, I mean, also going back to, I guess my most worn shoes, like out of all my sneakers, the Vans Authentic is just like top tier. I also wore that in Japan too. Like I literally only brought 3 shoes to Japan. I brought the Allen Edmonds penny loafer, the Vans Authentic, and then I brought my split toes for my Allen Edmonds split toes for like weather, but we couldn't call the weather because it would rain intermittently in Japan, and so I just wore, like, if it was raining I just wore my sneakers. So and it was fine, like, and those two again are great. I can't wear them with everything that I would want to. My style doesn't really support like those shoes across every outfit, so it's a little unfortunate. Maybe that might be the one downside to my style, if there was one.
Okay.
Yeah, we're
You're
just being arrogant dicks about our
AD. Ethan, is it possible for you to put together a bad outfit?
I don't know,
Absolutely
man.
not.
You gotta check with Ivan.
Yeah.
The Ethan past like 2017, not possible. Before that, 100% possible for that to happen. There is
evidence,
and there's evidence. There is a podcast episode all about that, and countless stream highlights
Pictures.
about some bad.
I think
Ethan,
you end your style journey like content by saying, "I'm perfect now and cannot make mistakes."
That's right.
That's me.
I've
gonna die.
reached the final stage of fashion, and it'll never change from here.
And then you
I'm
just
gonna laugh.
My
self-destruct.
style journey has ended.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll laugh if in like 5 years Ethan's wearing like Ulrich Owens. And or something like that would just be pretty.
I actually have worn Rick
something
Owens
like that.
because a friend was visiting and he was like, "Hey, I need to get a picture of you wearing my clothing because there's just like, I mean, I'm never gonna have this chance." And I'm like, "Okay," so I
Very
put it on.
normal.
Sounds
In 5
awesome.
years,
Yeah.
Ethan is going
It's
to be
gross, though, 'cause you put
fully.
his underwear on too.
Ethan is going to be fully streetwear, and the blog name is finally going to make sense, and I'm going to live in the woods.
Spencer's a hermit.
Yeah.
That's
His
right.
beard reaches
Oh my
his toes.
God.
Uh huh.
Full circle, really.
Yeah.
Full
Ethan's into
circle.
streetwear. I'm a hermit.
You're both
Yeah,
on the
this
street.
the post-apocalyptic like
I'm
climate change.
I'm a
is
robot
gonna
yeah.
now.
happen.
MJ
Yeah,
is
Oh, I'm
MJ's a
still,
robot.
to be clear, I'm still doing the podcast. I just talk like an old prospector now.
I think I'll be
Probably,
frozen into an ice cube by this point.
Yeah.
You'll be
I'll be
a
solid ice.
popsicle.
Yeah, I'm a popsicle.
All right,
I was
thought
reading
about that,
about mountain men of the of the United
I'd bet.
States. the
You know,
other
I
day.
believe it. What'd you find?
Liver eating Johnson was an interesting guy. I
I'm
mean,
sorry?
he was called Liver Eating Johnson.
Oh,
Now,
okay,
why was he
you're
called
right.
that?
Who isn't?
He loves eating livers.
Oh,
He's the
Well, that-
imposter.
Oh, that's
Mm,
what it
tasty.
is.
So what I'm saying is,
Liver.
living in the mountains seemed like a pretty cool thing to do.
They know,
Yeah.
back in the
thank
day.
you.
Oh my God.
I
Haven't
can't hear
done
anyone
pretty-
say "back in the day" without hearing Sven.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Wait, what was that? What was that, H. Wilbur?
Back
I
in the
haven't
day.
answered Ethan's question about the forcing of versatility.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
yeah, go for it. Yeah, go for it.
Bring us back.
Because I do think that the kind of versatility that Ethan was talking about is a function of the owning of style. So the versatility is a product of a certain type of narrowing of stylistic sense. So once you sort of hit upon that, then the function of the shoes in the wardrobe changes. So they become more like the North Star of your outfits, in a sense. You know, they become sort of the primary orientation, not in terms of what you think of first necessarily, but in terms of people talk about anchoring an outfit or something. But a better way to think about it is sort of that which really steers it in the direction you want to go. Basically, because if you don't have that, you don't really have your kind of rudderless or directionless in the way it looks. Right?
And we
If you
don't.
haven't figured that part out. That doesn't matter if it becomes first or becomes last in terms of selection. You're not oriented. Yeah, you're not oriented towards where you want to go. If you don't have shoe, and versatility is basically those shoes that are more likely to get you where you want to go. And that's a product of style development. So that makes sense to coming to Alden's later in that development, and then they become versatile, even if they objectively were not so before.
Interesting.
That's.
a
I
really
mean, you put it into words. Whatever I was trying to say. So.
Hit the nail on the head.
Yeah. No. That's exactly. I mean, that's basically what I want to impart to people because I think most of us here kind of get that, and that's why we have the shoes that we decide. Obviously Jason wearing the tux, to a regular guy he's gonna be like, that doesn't make any sense, but to you, you're into it and it guides your punk style, right? Like it guides how you subvert the corduroy suits that you wear, and it also plays into when you wear your graphic t-shirts with your suits, right? But again, like I said, it's gonna be that kind of thought process is definitely kind of late stage capitalism. Just kidding. But it's something that it's kind of hard to kind of get people to understand early on, because I'm in, again, like I always talk about, I'm in that Asian American group, and of course some guy goes, hey, what's the most versatile shoe I can get? And I really I have to kind of catch myself because he's not going to understand where I'm coming from. He just wants to someone to confirm that yes, wearing a desert boot is you can be able to wear that, but if you know you like,
If you know, you know.
like I don't know what's a regular shoe people wear.
I don't.
Like, I
That's
don't know.
a good question.
I guess Chucks kind of count, but if you're really into that, then your outfits will revolve around it eventually, and then it'll be like you'll be able to wear it as often as you would like a Clark. But if you don't have that that mentality clicked in or honed in on yet. It definitely is kind of hard. And again, I wish Aldous was here, man. I'm so curious to what his thoughts on this whole conversation would be, you know. But
then there are such things like as a force majeure, like weather that will destroy any kind of other. Doesn't matter what if you have your coordinates right. If it's storming, you're not going to get where you're going to go, so you have to change.
Oh yeah.
And when I lived in Minnesota for 4 years. It snowed
Choice.
on the ground from December to late March.
Sounds about right.
So that did in fact, of course, change. You know, I had to buy Red Wings. I had to, and then sort of versatility suddenly came to mean something very, 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 very different. And Kyoshi's in Chicago, right? So that's the same.
Correct. Yeah.
Similar problem, just more not constant.
Right.
And then,
as much as I don't like the Thursday boots, they had that, sole. So I ended up wearing them a lot, even if it's like in a penny loafer form, even if there's a lot of snow around, because you're not going to slip. You value some things over the other.
And also, you can handle like 2 feet of snow. It's a good for the rest of the day.
Right.
Listen, as my fellow Bostonians here can attest, people in Boston wear like flip flops.
Yeah, who?
I don't know. Chuck doesn't listen to the stream, does he?
He watched it afterward.
Okay, well then.
Shout out to future Chuck.
Shout out
Chuck,
future Chuck.
Yeah.
So you mean Chuck? What do you mean your fellow Bostonians?
Well, anyone who also is watching the stream, that's from
All
Boston. Right. Of course, I don't live there now. I live in New York City. But in Boston, the people are wearing like flip flops in the snow. It's nuts.
Yeah, in shorts,
like 3
you
feet of
see it.
snow. They're in they're in shorts, a single sweatshirt, like a hoodie, and flip flops.
But obviously, there's a distinction
and they're
between
yelling
like,
at you.
What an
it's not that cold. They're like, it's not even that cold, and you're like, it is -10.
And they're just like, I just run on Dunkin'.
Yeah, exactly. And it's an iced coffee. They're drinking an iced coffee.
I mean, there's a difference, obviously, between locals who maybe don't care about clothes as much as we do, and then seeing, oh, well, this is what I can wear or should wear, just things that, like, okay, I'm physically going to survive.
You're drinking those Dunkachinos. You can wear anything.
Yeah, that's true.
Because everybody loves my Dunkachinos.
They do.
Name's not Al anymore.
It's Dunk!
Dunkachino?
We're gonna, at the end of the stream, we're going to dub over that video. It's a whole new game.
Yeah, great video.
God, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Oh no!
I'm just thinking about Dunkachino now.
I was just thinking about Dunkachino.
Apparently.
I got Dunkachino on the brain.
On that note about the external forces, I think MJ and Spencer know how much I hate the rain, and even I love
the rain.
Yeah, I mean I like it. When I'm prepared for it, but I think whenever I mean that, I mean it's like I wish I could just wear loafers in the rain because I feel like, and I know that you could, but it's like it's just impractical.
Some pina coladas.
It's one of those things where I know that you could wear whatever you want, like you said, like, you can wear flip flops in the snow, but it's like, do you really want to, like that little like voice in your head that's like, if I wore my tassel loafers in the rain, there's a chance I'm going to go in the puddle. I'm going to get it soaked in water on the inside. I'm going to fuck up my shell cordovan. I'm going to fuck up my socks or whatever. And it's going to be bad. And also like wearing wide leg pants, right? Like it's going to get really wet. Because, like I think one good thing about like a slimmer, higher trouser is that, you won't run that risk of like getting splash damage, right? But if it's
already wet.
If it's a wide leg going straight to the ground, like going straight on top of your shoe, there's more chance of that getting mud and everything on it. So it's like I think I hate it because it just kind of ruins everything I want, because like I think my big thing is being entirely masterful about everything. Well, maybe not masterful, but like intentional with like the outfit. Like I want to wear that outfit, and if I have to make concessions about the outfit, it's like, well, fuck this thing. I don't want to do this, You
have to go to concession stand for this outfit.
Yeah,
I gotta go to the priest and go to concession.
I got a blast.
Got a blast. No, because you plan your
outfit
sort of, Ethan. Like with the day before, the week. I don't know what your layout.
I wouldn't say I planned them like in advance. Like, oh yeah, like this is it. But like it's more so like I get the idea. Like I want to like, oh, I want to wear this striped shirt with this foulard tie,
Sure.
and then I'm gonna wear that. And then of course if it rains, because like in LA, it's kind of like, even though sometimes we get the rain in advance, like on the weather, sometimes it doesn't, sometimes it does. But even then, like
you can't wear a
it's that
striped shirt in
idea.
the rain.
But
Yeah,
it's
you
more, it's
better
one of those
not,
things where
you know.
if I'm gonna be in the rain, I'm gonna like wear like a chore coat instead, or like my barn coat or something instead of like tailoring. Just it's like just less stuff to kind of keep track of, and then that also plays into whatever shoe choice I have.
I
Less
just put,
stuff from a
hefty
maximalist?
bag over my suit and cut a hole in the top.
I mean, the real
poncho?
answer is just to wear like galoshes, like and put
That's a
those rubber
poncho.
things on your fucking shoes, But yeah, because like
Yeah,
I
but,
think
like,
of things very aesthetically. So whenever I have to wear like my boots, it's like, okay, well I know my shell cordovan boots don't give off the kind of laid back, low vamp tassel loafer vibes that affects the rest of the outfit. It's like weird because I also like very conscious, like, oh, I don't want to wear boots with a tweed jacket because that's
Why
too
not?
hashtag men's. It's just too much of that vibe. Like I can't do it. Just like how I
This is
can't wear
odd.
I can't wear like white pants and a DB with like an open collar shirt. Like I just can't do it. It's just
Yeah, I can
it's
do it
just
without
too
the
much.
open collar shirt. I don't know. I feel like when I'm wearing the DB, I don't like to have like open collar unless it's a shirt that I cannot like put a tie with. Like if it's like a camp collar shirt or a t-shirt.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
for some reason, the double-breasted, if I'm putting a shirt on that could have a tie, it just feels like it needs to have the tie.
It needs to.
I agree.
Oh,
Unless it's more
Otherwise
open.
it's weird.
That's how I feel. I mean, again, like that's why if I'm wearing a spear point collar, it's almost always, or even like a work shirt or western shirt, it's almost always gonna have a tie with it. And if I don't want to wear a tie, I just won't wear a tie. I'll just wear a fucking t-shirt, camp collar shirt. Exactly. Good highlight, Jason. Where's
Thank
the
you.
fucking time on this one? But yeah, no, this was really interesting to get everyone's kind of thoughts on. I don't know how I'm gonna cut this because we kind of jumped all over the place. I might just have the whole stream all together as one big old thing because you guys are gonna need that. And by guys, I mean
You're
the
gonna
listeners.
need it.
Just upload the entire stream.
But yeah, no, I think this has been very kind of cool because again, Spencer and I live in an MJ live in a bubble where it doesn't really matter which shoe we wear, unless it's raining, or unless we're like traveling somewhere, But we're often than not, like again, I wear my penny loafers all the time. Most of the time, Spencer, what do you wear like most often? You wear your penny loafers. Your
Yeah,
suede ones
it
now.
depends. Like it would be either my penny loafers or like my I don't know, like now my high top chucks. I probably wear more than my low top chucks.
Nice.
But
High
yeah,
tops for high class.
yeah, but it's
You've always had
between
it.
it's between those.
Cool. I mean,
Choice.
Cool.
I mean, yeah, I don't know what else is there.
It is
Well,
cool.
you
said
asked,
it all.
so
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, I think I'll say Wilberg, man. I mean, I feel like you more eloquently explained what I was trying to get to.
We could just make a clip of his statement, and that's the only highlight.
Yeah,
but
like
also
on the
remember-
subject of versatility, and you just get me going. That's it. That's what I wanted to say. Listen to
That's
that.
You should title everything "Fuck God, Coney 2012" just so we get flagged every time.